Hello student, today we discuss about the unit number second. In that we see the second disease, that is the leaf spot of tomato. In last lecture we see the first disease, that is the green ear of Bajra. Today's lecture we start about the new disease, that is the leaf spot of tomato. In this leaf spot of tomato, this disease, it is the worldwide in distribution. It means that it is found in all the part of the world. Along with that, it is common in India. It is mostly found in North India. Northern India, it is commonly found. What are the symptoms of this leaf spot of tomato? The symptoms are, the first symptoms, the brown spot of various size and shape are present on the leaf of tomato. Brown spot, various size and shape. Spots are formed on tomato leaves. The spot enlarged to form the concentric ring in them. It means that initially only brown color spot are seen on the leaf surface. After that, this spot, it is enlarged and become concentric ring like. And if the severe attack is present, or in severe cases the entire foliage is blighted in color. It means that all the foliage stage, it is covered with the spotted. In this diagram, the spot is present and this is the angular concentric ring. Initially it is present in a simple, or it is just like a spot. After some time, it is the concentric ring like structure, or the concentric ring, it is formed on the leaf surface of the tomato. And if the severe attack is present, in case of the stem as well as the petiole, it is affected, and on a stem the small dark slightly sunken areas are formed. It means that on the stem there is a small dark color spot, it is formed, and if the stem, it is affected severely, or the stem, it is the peak, at that time it may break at the point of the infection. In case of the weak stem or the severe attack is present, only at that time it break at the point of the infection. These are some symptoms of this disease, that is the leaf spot of tomato. Causal organism. Who caused this disease? The causal organism of this is the Alternaria solani. The name of the causal organism is Alternaria solani, and the systematic classification of this Alternaria solani is, it belongs to the division Amastigomycota. Division is Amastigomycota. Subdivision, that is the Deuteromycotina. Subdivision, it is the Deuteromycotina. Class Deuteromycetes. Class is Deuteromycetes, and when this class is present, it means that it is the imperfect fungi. Whenever there is a class present, that is the Deuteromycetes, it means that it belongs to the imperfect fungi. Order is Moniliales, and family Dimetaceae. Family is Dimetaceae. I repeat the classification again, that is the division Amastigomycota, subdivision Deuteromycotina, class Deuteromycetes, imperfect fungi, order Moniliales, and family Deuteromycetes. The structure of this fungi, it is the fungal, and fungal body is called as mycelium. What is the structure of this mycelium? The mycelium, it is intercellular. Fungal body, it is called as mycelium. Fungal body is called as mycelium, and it is intercellular. and septate. Septate, it means that this is the structure of the mycelium, and in this mycelium there is a septa. It means that the compartment is present. Okay, this is the septa. Mycelium is intercellular. It means that it is present between the cells of the host body. And septate, branched, and color of this mycelium, it is in brown in color. It is in brown in color. This mycelium, it produces the short conidiophores. In green ear of bajra, we can see that the spores, it is produced on the sporangiophore. Therefore, in that it is called as sporangia. But in this leaf spot of tomato, the conidia are present. Therefore, this conidia, it is produced by present on the conidiophore, and this conidiophore, it is produced by the mycelium. Okay, and this conidiophore, it is light brown in color, and at the tip of the conidiophore, a chain of conidia are present. At the tip of the conidiophore, conidia bearing, therefore it is called as conidiophore. And at the tip of this conidiophore, a chain of conidia are present. I can see here you. This is mycelium. Okay, this is conidiophore, and on this chain of conidia are present. Okay, this is mycelium. Mycelium is intercellular and septate. This is septa, conidiophore. Conidiophore, that is the stalk. Conidia bearing, therefore conidiophore, and it bears the conidia. Okay. At the tip of the conidiophore, a chain of conidia are present. Yes, are you getting? After that, the structure of the conidia. The conidia are brown in color, club shaped, beaked, and muriform. Conidia are brown in color, beak shaped. It have the beak. This is the conidia. This is the structure of germinating conidia. This is the conidia. This is beak. This is septate. Transverse septa present, as well as horizontal septa is present. This is the septal structure of the conidia, beak-like structure. Muriform. Each conidia has 5 to 10 transverse septa. Here 5 to 10 transverse septa and 1 to 5 longitudinal septa. 1 to 5 longitudinal septa. Here this is shown in this diagram. Okay. The conidia may have long beak and they are carried away by the wind to the healthy leaf. This conidia present, it means that the reproduction takes place by the asexual way. Sexual reproduction is absent in Alternaria soni, or in this causal organism only asexual reproduction takes place, and this asexual reproduction takes place with the help of this conidia, and this conidia it is carried away with the help of the wind. It means that the flagella is not present in this conidia, only beak is present, and when the formation of the conidia takes place, it is carried away with the help of wind to the healthy leaf. Okay. After that, if the condition, moist condition is if the weather condition is moist, at that time this conidia germination takes place in moist condition. If there is no moist condition, at that time it is directly carried away with the help of the wind. If the weather is moist, at that time it is germinated by producing the germ tube. Here this is the germ tube. But when germ tube formation is done only in case of the moist weather. If the weather is moist, at that time the conidia it is produced by the germ tube. germ tube is formed, and one conidia, it produces near about 5 to 10 germ tube, and this germ tube enter with the help of the this germ tube, it enters to the healthy leaf and it causes the infection. This is the asexual reproduction of this pathogen. It means that sexual reproduction is totally absent, and asexual reproduction, it is takes place with the help of the formation of the conidia. Okay, if I can repeat, if the favorable condition is present, at that time this conidia, it is transferred with the help of wind and it directly causes to the healthy plant. And if the moisture is present in a weather, at that time it is germinate a germ tube, and with the help of this germ tube it can be transferred from diseased plant to the healthy plant. After that, the next point of this that is the disease cycle. This is again soil borne disease. It means that this conidia, it can be survive or it can be viable in few years in a soil. Therefore it is the soil borne disease, and the mycelium of this fungal remain viable in a soil. If there is no conidia, it is not present in a soil, but the mycelium survive in favorable as well as unfavorable condition also, and they can be infect the healthy plant because the mycelium of this fungus, it is remain viable. Mycelium of this fungal, it is remain viable. And if we can think about the conidia, this conidia, it is live or it can be viable in a soil near about 1 to 7 years. It means that 1 to 7 years conidia is viable. If the conidia is absent in a soil, and conidia is absent, but we can sow the tomato plant and in next year there is a mycelium is present, or mycelium, it infect the healthy plant. After that, the mycelium and conidia, both are mycelium and conidia present in a soil and cause the primary infection to the next crop. It means that the primary infection, it is done. Primary infection, it is done with the help of the conidia as well as the mycelium, and secondary infection, it is done with the help of the conidia which is present in a soil, or the conidia, it is carried away with the help of wind as well as soil. The conidia which is present, or the secondary infection with the help of the conidia, and it is carried away through wind as well as the water. Okay, disease cycle, are you getting? Disease cycle, it is this disease cycle, it is done with the help of the conidia as well as the mycelium, because mycelium, it is also survive as well as conidia, it is also survive. It means that the primary infection, it is done with the help of mycelium as well as the conidia, and secondary infection, it is done with the help of the carried conidia, and this conidia, it is transferred with the help of the wind as well as the water. Okay, and the last point of this that is the control measure. How to control the leaf spot of tomato, and the control measure is crop rotation. We can rotate the crop because as the primary infection of a soil primary infection is soil borne, therefore the crop rotation is helpful because the conidia as well as the mycelium, it is present in a soil. If there is appropriate host is absent, at that time the pathogen, it cannot be complete their life cycle, therefore the crop rotation, it should be done. The second control measure, that is the sanitation. In this sanitation, if we can see the infected plant part, leaves, as well as the infection, it is seen also tomato fruit also, the rounded concentric ring it is formed on a fruit also. The infected plant part, it should be removed and it is collected and burned. That is the sanitation. It is the second control measure. Third, we should use the appropriate or the proper fungicide like copper, zineb at the 15 days of interval. Copper as well as zineb at the 15 days of interval. Along with that, the Bordak mixture, it is also effective to control the leaf spot of tomato. These are the control measure and important control measure. That is the we should use the disease resistance variety of a tomato. Disease resistance variety of the tomato. Okay, I think you are got this. This is easy one. And the small disease, it is not so bigger, because in this leaf spot of tomato there are absence of sexual reproduction, only asexual reproduction is present. We can in this disease we see the symptoms, causal organism, their systematic position where it is placed, the structure of this structure of the pathogen or mycelium structure, along with that the disease cycle, and last but not least, that is the control measure. In this way we can complete our second disease, that is the leaf spot of tomato. Okay, we see the next disease in next video. Thank you, student.